Yeah, we are back. Welcome to the next episode of the podcast, Beauty and the Comedian. My beauty is sitting to my left, Miss Robin Jones.
Hey, y'all.
Also, you see my BET's College B Showtime with the Apollo, BET's Comedian of the Year, all of that. Give it up for my main man, Mr. Sean Savage. You want to do the crowd.
Okay, we gotta get these sound effects.
Yeah.
We gotta pay $5.99 more for that one.
No, that's all right. We can make our own sound effects. What's going on?
Hey, Sean, how's your week going?
Man, if I could get these lights good, my week would be fine. My week would be fine off the chain, you know. But
if y'all don't know, Sean has been trying to work on his lighting like for the last 3 weeks,
it don't
and
look natural, and the way the room is set up, it's hard to get like some lighting up in here. I gotta have it close up on me, you know, because I'm a dark man, you know. So
no,
you know, matter of fact, I'm so dark. If you put me in front of a brick wall, it look like a tunnel. So I'm a dark man. So I gotta like, you know, like have the light right in front of me, you know. So I look blue.
So Sean has been testing out these lights, and like 1 minute he's like looking fine, and then the next minute he looking like a stalker because he can't see himself. Show what you was doing when you
Man,
was trying to figure out what you
I
look like.
gotta invest in some lights, man, because this is horrible. I look like a blue Smurf, you
Oh
know.
yeah. But
Yeah.
he was like his face, like it looked like he was all up in my house in my room. I mean, he was like
What's going on up in there?
trying to find himself. So
Exactly.
But actually, Sean, your lighting is good tonight. I'm glad. I just want you to just get a regular lamp.
Okay, I'm gonna try. I am gonna try. Yes. So what we got for tonight? What we got for tonight?
Well, you kind of gave us a rundown yesterday. So you wanted to talk about 2020.
2020. You know, it wasn't a disaster. It's October, and we could chalk up 2020 being a disaster. Also, we're going to talk about learning. What is it?
Online learning.
Online
Yeah.
learning.
What's it like to be on the end of the teacher, the parent, and the student? We're gonna talk about that for a few minutes tonight. Not
Also,
long.
yeah. Also, we got our movies of the week. The movie that scared the shiggity. I'm gonna tell you. See, the true stuff get me. See, I can deal with Michael Myers and Freddy Krueger and all that stuff. Don't scare me, man. The real stuff, man. This movie scared the shiggity out of me. Um, American Murders. And it's number
Yes.
one. What you say is number one
It's
on
number
Netflix.
one on Netflix right now.
Netflix. So please subscribe to us on YouTube. We're on YouTube tonight and Facebook. So we double dipping, you know. Please press the subscribe button.
Subscribe button.
Yes, and we love y'all. We're here every Thursday at 7:00.
Yeah, so let's get started.
Yeah,
Let's jump in.
2020, man. 2020. I mean, I wish we can go from 2019 to 2021 because this year has been a disaster. First, we had Kobe Bryant. You know, we start off the year with Kobe Bryant, then coronavirus, you know,
Mm-hmm.
then George Floyd, you know, people protesting, and it's very unfortunate. My hat goes off to George Floyd's family and everything. Chadwick Boseman, you know,
Yeah.
he passed away, you know.
That's right.
Yeah, and then you know, if you're from DC, your heart was felt when John Thompson, you know, we lost John Thompson, even though he was an older gentleman, but even still, we hated to see him go.
He was a forever hero to Georgetown.
Yes, and then Thomas Jefferson Byrd. Now, a lot of people don't know who that is, but the boss from Set It Off. He was Luther, the boss from Set It Off. He had kind of like had like kind of bad acne or
Mm,
whatever, but he was murdered. He was murdered, y'all. He was murdered. And then,
wow.
and then Trump catching corona. I don't know if that's a bad thing, because I feel sorry for corona because he caught Trump. That's one of my boys that put on social media. That thing is funny. But yeah, he caught corona caught Trump and everything. So do you believe that Trump has coronavirus?
So I actually at first I didn't. I thought it was a ploy after that great debate that we had with him.
Exactly.
It just seemed like it, but honestly now I really think that he has it, and it's crazy how
That sucker
he
ain't got no corona.
still is like not admitting like how they managed the virus, like, was just terrible. Like, did you see the debate last night?
Yes.
Oh my, I mean, like, he wasn't answering. So Pence is in charge of this whole thing
Yeah.
and dealing with the virus. And he refused to acknowledge that they withheld information. He refused. And, all they're worried about now is how fast we can get a vaccine. But just because we get it quick, I was with Kamala yesterday because I was like, if Trump say do it, nah, I ain't doing it
No,
either.
I'm not doing it. But I had to say, girlfriend was cool, calm, and collected for it to be her first debate. I mean, she made the faces,
She was taking her notes.
yeah, she and it gets me because the white media, oh yeah, well she's a woman and we have to stop making those faces. She not saying anything. So if she was like cutting off, because you can't do right.
Right.
Biden, but they said Biden was cutting Trump off, Trump was cutting Biden off because Trump was cutting Biden off. So that's why, but you can't make no faces. My hat goes off to her and that fly got more social media
Surely did.
love than anything.
You know what? This favorite one, like someone just sent me like an hour ago. Hey, this I guess it was a female fly sitting on it in the chair or the sofa looking at the screen. It said, "Come here, baby, your cousin on TV." I, I mean, yeah, the memes are off the
Oh my
chart.
God, he can never live that down. The fly was on his head and everything, man. But my big shout out to Senator Kamala Harris for an awesome debate, and she won. Matter of fact, I looked at some poll and it said that 59 to 38 of the popular vote. But you know what? My thing is, why debate? You already know who you're gonna vote for. You already know
They want one last opportunity to sway people.
that they should have no debate this year because you know who you gonna vote for. You know who you gonna vote for. So it's just talking or whatever. I watch it or whatever. But yeah, it automatically you know who you gonna vote for.
Oh, I'm serious, Sean. Now, every time I think everybody knows, there is somebody like I am just so surprised at like when people tell me. And I was talking to somebody the other day, and they were like, I was talking to my brother, and he said he wanted to vote for Trump, and she was
Oh,
like,
it's shocking. It's shocking. I got a cousin that it voted for Trump, and is a Trump supporter. But I think the biggest thing from last election is okay. I have to admit, Trump is a star. Hillary was not a star. Hillary would come out there with them little karate suits on or whatever, and she knew her politics. She knew her politics, but for one, I hate to say it, but she was a woman, and America is not ready for a woman president. Correct me if I'm wrong, but at the same time, I mean, because I voted for her, but she didn't have any charisma, I mean, you think about it, Clinton, man, Clinton played the saxophone. He was eating McDonald's. He was jogging and everything or whatever. He built that charisma up. Well, Trump has the charisma. I mean, because he's so edgy. It's no telling what he's going to say, you know. So, but like things have turned for the worse. This country has turned for the worse. That I think I can get up there and that people will vote for me, you know. So it's like we need a change, you know, because like charisma or not. But back in the day, you know, you had to have like a little something, you know, a little something extra with you. I would say, you know, but yeah, you know, Hillary did, you know. So and then a lot of people did not vote. A lot of people did not vote. I talked to my boys in the hood, and they was like, "Man, we ain't trying to vote. We ain't, you know, doing that." So I guess this year, you know, it's the key to it is make everybody vote, because they said about 60% of Americans voted, you know. And so we need, you know, 90 to 100% to make, and then he won by a narrow margin at that.
Well, he won by the Electoral College because he did not win by popular vote. Let me say that. He didn't win by popular vote. But this is what we're talking about. And they always say, like, we've got to change the other people. Like, we all know, like you said, when you go in, you always know the top people that you're going to vote for on the ballot. But it's those other people that we have, like, I had a friend yesterday. He was like, "Oh, hey, I don't even know who these people are." And I ain't gonna lie, I try to see who last name Johnson. I try to look for somebody that sounds like, if I don't know. So I am going to say that this year I'm actually going to look at who is actually on the ballot.
Yeah, please look at the people who are on the ballot, but just don't vote for them. The first year I voted, I just voted. I think the first year I voted, I was vote for Clinton, right? I just voted for Clinton. I ain't know who the other people. I served the shortest time in the election booth. My mother was like, "You finished?" I was like, "Yeah, that's it. Dog. That's all I know. That's it." You know,
it was like taking a test and you know.
Put C if you don't know. Yeah.
And that's what people do. So we have got to make sure that people do understand what's on the ballot.
Yeah.
Speaking of schools and choosing C, let's talk about this. This online thing. So if you all don't know, I am an educator in the state of Maryland. Like right now, you want to talk about sending people gifts and gift cards and all kinds of things. Like I know the parents are like, "Oh, I'm the new homeschool teacher," but no, they ain't. The teachers are working so hard right now. Like this week, I'm not usually in the classroom, but I went into the classrooms this week, and I was there from 8:00 in the morning, and we work until 3:30. That's when our technical time is. But I tell you, first of all, by 3:31, I was asleep because I was tired. But then, you know, I woke back up, and it is a constant just doing work, trying to make sure that the kids have everything they need. These parents act like they've never even turned on a computer before.
Man, you know, you remember that show Harder Than a Fifth Grader?
That is exact. So wait a minute. First of all, the parents are not in class. The students are in classes, and the parents will be like, "I don't get that," you know. And I'm like, "You're not supposed to," but thanks for trying to help, you know. And then, of course, you are seeing, speaking of parents, I don't know if y'all see the videos out of the parents who are behind the kids on
butt naked.
What in the world? And sometimes the kid, well, there was one, that kid didn't even know that somebody
was butt naked behind him. First of all, I mean, my mother always covered up. You know, my mother always covered up. This lady was like, she was in a play as Adam and Eve, so she was just walking around butterball naked, you know. And then the funny thing is, you got to see this video. I wish you could show this video, but the teacher was like, "Oh my God, Tavon, who's naked in your house?" She didn't even hear. She was like, "Yeah, somebody naked." I don't know. You know, I mean, it was so bizarre. It was so bizarre. But I mean, first of all, you naked around your kid. That's ghetto. I'm sorry, that's ghetto. You naked around your kids. You know that, and the little boy looked up like, okay, and what? She naked. I see the naked before. You know,
It's like ain't nothing wrong with that, but there really is.
ain't nothing wrong.
Like compared to last spring, we're sitting up here complaining about the kids coming to the class in their pajamas, and now you got people dropping in online. And I mean, we've had these Zoom bombings where other kids and other places were just coming in and dropping their pants in the middle of class. I mean, it has just been off the chain,
dropping their pants.
Yeah, so we have gone through.
Wait a minute. What do you mean dropping their pants?
Like pull your pants down and show your literal ass on.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they now they didn't do it at my school. I'm gonna say that, but I have been talking to people. So it is. So what we had to do in our county is we had to go and authenticate every single student. So like nobody can get into their classes except those students right now.
Wow.
So we have gone through extra security precautions and things like that, because if we don't, it's amazing. I mean, you just think kids are going to school, but it's crazy.
I mean, it's the new way. I mean, my thing is my daughter, she's in the 5th grade and she's learning from a computer. And I know that's the best form of learning nowadays, but are they actually learning? Because I heard, and this is a rumor, I heard that last year kids were not afraid because they knew the teachers was not going to flunk them. Is that true?
So I'm gonna say honestly that is true. Well, a couple things happened. So in the spring, we didn't know what was really going on. So you have to understand that when they first closed the schools, we didn't know what was going on. So the work that they were given was really a review of what they had learned that year. So they weren't learning anything new, but they were supposed to be mastering. Now, yes, every student passed. And so like we started to see a decrease in attendance, you know, so they would get on when they wanted to, and they would do, and even though we would call home or whatever, yeah, the kids caught on to that. But now a lot of kids, like even now we're like in our 6th week of school and our teachers are teaching. And it's crazy because our county is having our students like bridge the gap. So they're bridging what they should have learned at the end of last year and learning what they're supposed to be doing now. So if the kids didn't do or follow the directions that we gave them, like we didn't have all of our kids in summer school and we tried to get them in summer school, you know, they're feeling it now and their parents are feeling it. So, you know, they really just gotta hang in there and do it. But I'm telling you, these teachers are working around the clock.
You know what? I mean, that's why I always say teachers deserve much bigger salaries, especially now, you know, because you have, just like almost like comedy, we're resort to performing in this little box now, you know. So like the teacher has the student, even it's bad on the student, have to learn from the little box. So how much information can it obtain? You know, and then it's, especially if you've been in school for like my daughter's been in school for 5-6 years, you know, then you got to learn from this little box or whatever, you know, so it's really, it's really tough.
It's hard. And then imagine, Sean, if you was given a show, right? And you were on a Zoom and there were 100 people on a Zoom, but only 2 faces were showing. And so everyone else just had names, you know, that's how it is. So we don't know sometimes how the kids, so we tell them, to try to turn on their cameras, and it's not
It's not
mandatory.
mandatory that they turn on the cameras.
No, it's not mandatory
So
because
how would you know? Well, I know it's not a dress code, but at the same time, kids can't wear their pajamas. So how would you know?
so if they are and their cameras are off, then we don't.
Wow. So a lot of kids just cut their cameras on and just go and play PlayStation.
And so, right. So let me tell you what else they slick. So you'll be talking, okay, class, today we're going to learn about fractions. And then I go, Sean, Sean. And it's just a black screen, no response, no. That child now is absent.
Wow.
And that parents are like, I know my child has been on. I mean, these kids have been like, I know my child has been on, blah, 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 blah. Mm-mm.
So is it some type of time where you can see like if the kid has been on?
Oh yeah, we get the
Online?
report. So we get the reports of if they've actually logged in.
Okay.
But if they log on and don't respond, they absent.
Wow.
Yeah,
Man, you know what? That really scares me as well because now we have a generation. We're going into a generation where a lot of kids are not learning. I mean, really, school kind of kept you going to school. Role was so important. That you was there, and then if you was at school, you might as well learn something. But now you have the option of going online, cutting the computer on, going online, and then just cutting your camera off and just stepping away. It's almost like how these people do when they work virtual from home. They cut the computer on, they be at the mall or whatever. So
I was at a friend's house and I was he goes, hey, this is what I need you to do because I got to run to the store. He said, can you do me a favor and move my mouse?
right, exactly.
So I was like, I said, can you bring me back some food? And he brought me back some food. And so, like, I'm sitting up there, boop, move the mouse.
Moving the mouse. That is funny.
Move the mouse.
But but that's really serious because like at this generation, like and what was it? What's this the class of 27, 28,
yeah.
25, 26, just they're gonna be lost.
But guess what? So here's the difference. Now they are getting grades. So we sent out our progress reports, and these parents are like all of a sudden emailing, what happened? My child. Da, 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 da. I mean, so it's a good thing that the parents are more online because they really are more conscious than what they've been. But I'm telling you, they will be back in the grade that they are in. There is no more moving them on. And we can't.
But your kids stand back. 18 in the third grade. I'd be like, what in the world is going on?
That's what I used to tell my kids that were older in middle school. I said, oh, so do you want a parking space?
Right, exactly.
But
4 years.
But we can't do that. We'll move them on. But I'm gonna tell you what they do. They are great at PS4. They are great at Roadblocks and Minecraft. They are awesome at that. And
Minecraft, my daughter plays Minecraft.
Yeah, they still play that, and they're great with the social media. So you know what I'm moving into.
Right.
That social media, that Facebook, and we gotta bring it on into that Netflix movie.
You know what I learned that guys don't even ask girls what's your number. Hey, nobody books nobody anymore. Hey, what's your number? Hey, can I get your number? They're like, what's your social media? And then you can
I'm even gonna lie. I have guys find me on Facebook.
What?
I have told guys to find me on Facebook.
Yeah, exactly. Just find me on Facebook. Nobody books or anything. And then people text in relationship. I got a cousin that texts so much in a relationship. She texts like 3 or 4 months before she even met the guy.
Yep.
Wow.
That's the same thing. That's like online dating.
I can't. I don't know. I can't do no online dating.
So you don't believe in like, oh, we need to get to know somebody before you take a step further. You don't
No,
believe in
I,
that?
I just think. But see, the thing about online dating is premedicated. So everybody's like
Premedicated.
premeditated. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But yeah, premedicated too. But
Oh my God.
at the same time, it's like everybody on there is looking for marriage, or looking for marriage, or looking for some. What's the name? Yeah.
What's her name?
What's the name?
What is her name?
Some booty. So at the same time, it's like you say all the right stuff. Like, hey, how you doing? I'm good. How you doing? Yeah, I believe in Jesus. I believe in Jesus, and this and the third, and I'm like jazz. I'm chilled all the time. I'm chilled all the time. And then you get to know the person. I think I did. I never. Well, I guess Facebook is online because I met somebody on. I don't really believe in that. I believe in the natural. You go to the grocery store. Hey, how you doing? Can I get that for you? Hey, my name is Sean. What's your name? My name is Carolyn. Carolyn sounds like an old name. Tanya. Carolyn sound like a.
It does not.
Carolyn, man, you have never met a baby 5 years or younger named Carolyn.
Yes, Sean.
You tell me the truth. You have never met a child.
I'm an educator. I've heard all names. So
you never met a child named Gladys. Because social services need to jump right in that thing and take that child for them. You 5 years old, your name Gladys? Oh yeah, social services need to jump right in that thing.
Oh goodness. Anyway, when you meet someone online,
no, that's a good point because kids names like Taylor, like Sean is an old name now. What you think? Robin is an old name now.
It is not.
It is. It's like right in between. I mean,
just because my name ain't after a car or not after
Mercedes or Lexus. How y'all get up here? Walk.
No, my name is. Oh, you know what? I have a. I can't even say. But we have some unique names.
I really want to know this.
No, I can't tell you.
but Robin and Sean. Matter of fact, my mother told me the other day if I was a girl, she was going to name me Robin.
Really?
Yeah. But that's like 72. But like as the old Robin, unless you had a daughter that you named your daughter after you, But Sean. Old names, you got to have Diamante, Lexus, Mercedes.
You know what? So I'm going to tell when I was pregnant with my son, my students took a vote, and guess what they voted for?
Who? What?
Demiciante.
Demiciante.
Yes.
That's like 3 names blended in one.
And I was like, he is going to fail kindergarten because he fail his name.
Because he's going to have to spell his own name.
So look, I told my son that, and he said, well, why didn't you name me that? And I was like, so when he get mad at me and I call his name, he'd be like, call me Demiciante.
Gregory is a nice, wholesome name. Yeah. Gregory, you did a good job.
Junior.
You did a good job. Speaking of kids.
Yes.
And let's get to this movie. American Murders. Ladies and gentlemen, go on Netflix. I know you might have paid attention to this movie, but skipped it. American Murders scared the shiggity out of me. I don't know if we should tell the movie or what.
We can talk about the situation. No, we can tell the movie, and then next week we have something for them to look at for next week so that people can join in and know what we're talking about. But okay. Go ahead, because I would still watch it regardless.
Okay. this girl, she had what kind of disease did she have?
She had lupus.
Lupus. She was married before,
Yeah, she was
and
married.
she had lupus and everything. So she, she was kind of feeling down on herself. So just like a normal young person, went on Facebook, interacting and everything. So this guy popped up into her inbox and wanted to date her. So she was like, well, I don't really want to date, I got lupus and this and the third. So he didn't seem to care, right? So, the more they talked, so she challenged him and said that if you go to one of my lupus, I guess lupus sections or whatever, then he's the one. She kind of said that to herself, So they went dating and everything, and they got married, and they show clips of it. This is real life stuff. They show clips of them getting married and everything. They had a lavish wedding, show them kissing and dancing and everything. And they look good together. They look really, really good together. White couple look really, really good together. Had two beautiful kids,
They were
and all of a sudden she come up missing.
Whoa. Before that, she was pregnant.
She was pregnant
With their first boy.
and the kids was like what, like 3 and 4, something like that.
They were
older kids. Not older kids, but like
they were toddlers. They were
toddlers. Yeah,
talking and walking, but still in car seats.
They went to school though. They went to school, right?
But they were still on car seats. So I would have been like pre-K 3, 4, around that.
Okay, 3 and 4. So she come up missing, and so you never think,
and the kids
exactly. You never think like he killed her because his kid. She came up missing. And the kids came up missing. So you're like, well, maybe it's something, something. Maybe she left him. Maybe
right, because they was going through rocky times.
And that all that was documented.
And he was treating her bad. She knew that something was going on.
Right. So he so make a short story long, this Bama killed his wife and their kids. And I guess it's so real to me is because like, people meet online. People meet online and you might think, oh, he's so wonderful. You're like well, how many dates would you say that it started getting serious? How many dates would you say, like 3?
Till it gets serious?
Yeah. 3, 5.
Till it gets serious? With the wait a minute, define serious. 3 to 5 dates is not serious.
I mean, like you exclusive.
3 to 5 dates is not exclusive.
Well,
I mean, those. Let me find out.
No, because this day and time, people move fast. People move.
Okay, but wait a minute. But so people do move fast, and sometimes people even sleep with people, but it is not exclusive.
Oh, see, that's why I'm confused. That right there. See, if we sleep together, you mine, unless I want
for that night.
Unless I want what's the name? Unless I want what's the name? But at the same time, we sleep together. If I like you, I gotta like you. I gotta like you first. So if I like you and we bam, then I don't know. So
I am truly playing devil's advocate because I am with you. In order to be intimate with somebody, you've got to like them. But there are many people out there that will meet you today.
I mean, those are hookups. Those are hookups. So like if we meet, like we meet and then the next night we go out and we have sex, those are hookups.
Okay, but you're saying how long does it take for it to be serious?
Like about exclusive, like about maybe 5 or 6 dates. See that old school coming out of you. You ain't truly new school yet, Robin. You ain't truly new school. You 72, baby. You ain't truly new school.
How Sean,
Huh?
you don't know nothing about them in 5 dates.
Well, you be
To
trying
be
to know.
exclusive.
Huh?
To be exclusive.
Okay, you defined it. How many dates?
No. It's not about dates. It's the length of time, because in between the dates there's conversations and things like that. So, you know, I can't put a time on it. It's just a feeling.
So
But
you would say like 3 months is exclusive?
if you have that conversation, you got to have that conversation.
Cause I mean, cause like with white people, they don't have a conversation. What are we doing? Well, I don't know what we doing. Black people, they go to a cookout and somebody be like, oh, y'all make a cute couple, y'all go together. And the girl be like, I don't know, ask him. And the dude be like, I don't know, ask her. Well, I guess we go together. You know,
Oh my God.
it goes like that, you know, but I don't know.
That's back in the check box. Do you like me? Check yes if you do. Check no. Nobody does that anymore. So,
Oh my God.
I don't know. But see, just like you said, you never know these people that are out here right now. So to me, it take a little longer. So I made my little 2 quick mistakes. I will, and I mean, I'm cool with almost every guy that I dated and along the lines or whatever. I'm cool with everybody. But I have learned that I have got to bring that thing back in and slow it down and really get to know somebody. Because just when you think you know somebody.
Yeah, that's true. And this day and age, this day and age, you know, you could go with somebody and sleep together, go with somebody, and then find out, oh, we're just friends. You thought that we no.
Exactly.
And you said there was some roses like, well, I already knew. Tell me, you really thought that? No. But I seen you naked, and
Look, now people say my son and his teacher saw me naked. So
exactly.
Look, now that don't even mean anything.
Exactly. So I don't know, but that movie scared the shiggity out of me. That movie scared me because, like, really, and really, the reason why it scared me is because, like, they had kids. You know, I mean, they had like, you know, I would say like maybe 3 or 4, 4 or 5 or whatever. They had kids, so you know, you really consider, okay, well, I know this person. I know this person, but and the reason why we forgot to add this. The reason why he killed her is because he was starting a new relationship.
Yeah.
Why not divorce? Why not divorce?
Why not? He wanted a blank slate. So you know what? I'm gonna play devil's advocate. That man, let me tell you what he did wrong. He took that polygraph test.
Yeah. I'm like, huh? Polygraph? No.
The investigation could have at least lasted a little while longer.
Exactly.
That polygraph test. But guess what? You know what now? So I'm going to say this, and I don't know if you saw the original Central Park 5. But that's the one where the 5 guys in New York, they claimed that she had raped that woman. So what was actually burning me up during this is I was thinking back to how they interrogated them 5 boys and got them to turn on each other like within one night.
Mm-hmm.
And they was locked up in their Rikers or whatever. And once again, this man was able to say, well, I don't know what happened to her. And he tried to cover it up with all this different things. And they didn't say anything. But I'm going to tell you, that polygraph woman, she knew. And she got him real good. And she tried to give him the warning.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, look, if you take this test and you lie, it ain't gonna go too well.
Right.
And she said it like 2 or 3 times, but for them kids, they didn't even give them that opportunity.
Yeah, that was so sad. I mean, can you imagine spending years in prison and knowing in your heart and in your head that you did not commit those murders.
Just like that man on America's Got Talent. He was up and he was in the top 3.
America Got Talent.
Yeah, I know. I'm changing the topic, but America's Got Talent that was just on. One of the men that was a singer, the black man, he was in jail for X amount of years. Like I want to say, like it was a crazy amount, like 20 or 30 years, maybe even more. And they had claimed that he had committed a crime that he did not commit. And so, like, but this dude. He needed, and then he, of course, he went and pled guilty so that he didn't get the death penalty.
Wow.
The one from American Murder. I don't know.
Oh, America Got Talent or American Murder?
I'm bringing it back around. I know this way I talk all over the place. But the guy from American Murder, the one that did murder his wife and 3 kids, because although they only counted it as 3 counts, it was really 4 counts because, you know,
the unborn baby.
Yeah, it was far enough where they knew it was a boy.
Yeah. Man, and the next movie is we
only have a few more minutes to talk about The Keeper. But
the Keepers were you want to describe The Keepers?
So The Keepers, I think it takes place in like the 60s or early
1969.
Oh my goodness. See, he was really watching it. And so it talks about how this priest back in the day was actually molesting students. And he would call them into the office, he would say his la-di-da, and he would molest students. Well, then this other nun within the school found out about it. And when he found out that she knew, he killed her. Yeah. And they couldn't find her and people were looking for her. I mean, so they talk about the whole process because it was like years.
Yeah. It happened in 1969, but really stuff started opening up like 93, 94 years. And
so 30 years later.
Yeah. And so, but it was very sad because he molested like maybe hundreds. I would say hundreds, at the school. And so, but my thing is, how do you get away with something that long? How do you molest? I mean, not that I want to know for my benefit.
You want to know how to molest.
but at the same time, you got to be gangster to molest kids, and I mean a wide range of kids, and then come back to school the next day and like y'all bet not tell. Y'all bet not tell. You know
what? Because people fear God, and he was using his power as a man of God, telling them all kinds of things and sins and how God will not, forgive them and all kinds of stuff if they told that. So, when somebody tells you that type of stuff, people take that seriously. Like, I don't know if you saw Jonestown. I know I'm going off again, but we're going to see that movie too. There's one, I think his name is Jim Jones for Jonestown.
Jim Jones, yeah.
And he had all the people go from California to Africa and then slaughter the whole town. I mean,
but they have a gift of brainwashing. They have a gift of, but I guess if you have that gift, you want people to watch this podcast, and so you brainwash them. I don't know.
Well, and the other thing is, and I don't want anybody. I don't like. I am not talking about anybody's religion by any chance, but that archdiocese, they have money. They cover up like a police union. They take care of things in house, but they cover it up and they try to take care of their priests on their own. So like once they're done with one scandal, like, another one will come up, like when they were molesting all the altar boys and things like that. Mm-hmm. And I would never take it out on every priest, or I don't think anything different about the Catholic Church, but just that person like getting away with that is just horrible.
Horrible. Freaky dicky
And,
priest.
and then what happens is, like, by the time they find out things, the people are so old that they don't want to do anything with them because they're so old. Like the woman that claimed that Emmett Till whistled at her like a couple years ago. They discovered she went and reneged and said no, he didn't whistle. Really?
What?
Yeah, you didn't know that? Oh
No.
yeah, she came back and she said no, he didn't. And it's crazy because we didn't say, it's like people didn't catch it. Or it doesn't stay in the news for long. They find something else in the news to cover it up, and we never
Wow.
go through it. But things like that. So now she's so old. If she's in her, let's say, 80s or 90s, people don't want to send them to jail because they're older.
Right.
You
Nah,
know,
they
but
they
we're
gotta
not
go.
priests.
They
But
gotta
we're not
go. I don't
priests.
care. I don't care how old they are. They high pot got to go. You
So
know.
when they found that priest, he had died. Didn't he
Yeah,
die
he died. He
before,
died.
before they really found out the truth?
He
But
was
then
he was around about 60. He was around about 60. I mean,
he
he
died
yeah,
early.
yeah,
Yeah.
he died. And the other dude died too. The other dude that was in it with him died.
Because they knew. And,
Mhm.
and so to me, when things happen, if anybody knew, all of them go.
Yeah.
All of them. If you knew about it,
Gotta go. Gotta go.
So Sean, the movie that I want you to watch next week, because I know people do not know that there are black serial killers out there.
Mhm.
So I want you to watch. It's on Prime. I'm giving Amazon a shout
See,
out.
I don't have Prime. I don't
No,
have
the
Prime.
reason why I'm giving Amazon a shout out is because my book is on Amazon. That's DD Freshman Year. I know we're doing our plugs. DD
Is that
Freshman
your
Year is
book?
on Amazon.
Is that your book?
Yes, that's my book.
Why
DD
does it look
Freshman.
so big?
Really?
It
Because
does
it's
look
close
big.
to the camera. It's close to the camera. It's
Oh,
and my head is small. Anyway, so so watch a movie on Prime, and we're gonna have to figure out a way to get you Prime called Unseen.
Unseen. And it's about a
Unseen.
serial killer in Ohio that was putting women in the wall.
Yeah. Okay. See, now you're telling too much. Now that's telling too much.
No, that's just a preview. So people can
Okay.
watch
So yeah, watch Unseen. So for next week.
okay.
Uh, uh,
And please don't forget my book. Please don't forget my book. My book, The Father, the Son, and the Comedian. My autobiography, which is very good that Robin has not read yet. But
but I have it. I have
but you got it. You got it. Ain't like this. You got it, but you got it. But yeah. So my autobiography. So yeah. So please get that, and you can get that on Cash App at Big Sarv, $ BIGSARV, and Cash App me $18, and you have. I think I got a few books now. So if you order the book, I can drop it in the mail, and everything is everything.
But you know what, Sean? Like people tell me, and people don't understand like what it takes to like write a book and really get it out there. And like when I first like people were buying it, they were like, "Yeah, I got your book. I read it in October."
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Why you? Because people was pressing me out. Because see, my thing is like I'm doing like this promotion. So like on Facebook, I got the Father, the Son, and a Comedian page. So when you get the book, take a picture of it. Let me see that you got it. So it's self-promoting. If you have a favorite story in the book, we can talk about it on that page.
Oh, that's cool. I need to do one of those.
But people get the book, and I have to go around remind them like, hey, you enjoy your book? Oh yeah, I got it. I just
They got it. They didn't read it, but they got
football
it.
game was on, and I ain't, hey, whatever. So absolutely. So yeah, what's the name of your book again, Robin?
It's called DD Freshman Year.
DD Freshman Year, and get that at Amazon.
They can get it at Amazon.com. And then when you read it, I need you to leave a review.
Mine coming Sunday. So by Monday, by next show, I can dove in and tell you what I think. If I give it a thumbs up or thumbs down.
Oh my goodness, I can't wait to hear that. So Sean, you have any closing remarks? Because it is our time.
No, that's it, y'all. So stay tuned for us next Thursday at 7:00. And we're gonna come with some good stuff, good topics.
All right. See y'all next week.
All right, y'all. Peace.